Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sports Kings NFL Week 6 must-see games. I am your host, Mean Gene Sports Machine, and I am joined by the one and the only, the longest tenured member of the Sports Kings for 25 years, Denny Sharma. What's up, Denny?
Mean Gene, I'm telling you, every time you say that, I feel older and older. But yeah, it's been one hell of a run, Gene. Glad to be here.
Yes, dude, I know, dude. But we both look, man. You matching me down here, Denny. What's up, man? I remember when you didn't have that, man. That's all right.
I remember we used to go to the barber shop too. I don't know if you do that
Yeah,
anymore.
I know. I remember that too. Hey, man, look here. We are back here once again, folks, doing our Thursday night football recap, and of course, getting you ready for like a couple of must-see games that you should watch in Week 6. And Denny, we said 6, man. Can you? I mean, you imagine it's Week 6, and before long, it'll be like Week 16, Week 17.
Yeah, well, that now that you got games on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and then college mixed in there too, it's flying by. You got football every day till Thanksgiving now.
Yeah, you do, and not to mention the NBA is like knocking on my door, and I'm not ready to let them in yet.
Yeah, right.
And not to mention what baseball. Look, if you're a sports fan, and I'm sure we talked about this many years ago. When you get in October, man, everything's going on. You got NHL, you got college football, you got the WNBA finals, you got NBA preseason, you got NHL is actually kicked off, and this is like the time of the year for a sports fan.
Yeah, yeah. That's why you got to get your quad box ready on your TV or multiple TVs going. You got plenty of things to watch. There's no excuse to not watch anything right now.
No, no, not at all. But look, this show is all about the NFL. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and jump in here and get going. Look, I had the worst week 5 that you could ever imagine. Okay, as a matter of fact, I went 2-12 of the 14 games that were played. Denny, the worst. And the Sports Kings, Jacob and Dustin, they let me have it. Now I was not on Wednesday's show because I was at the hospital and welcoming my third grandchild. So, boy, she bailed Paw Paw out, didn't she?
Well, you can tell her when she grows up. I remember when you were born. I went 2-12 on my NFL
Yes.
picks that week.
Oh, I will. Let me tell you, she bailed me out, man, because they let me have it. But anyway, we don't have to do picks on this particular show. We're just gonna talk about, some of the big matchups, some of the games that you should see, and all of that great stuff. But anyway, how about we recap Thursday night, Denny? And look, man, look, the Eagles coming off a loss already, right? And you're thinking like, okay, I'm listening to everybody saying, "Oh man, the Eagles, the season is over. They lose one game." I'm like, okay, they were treating them like they were 1-4. I didn't say nothing, but after last night, Denny, oh my God, the Eagles, they lose to the Giants 34-17. Cam Scatterboo runs for 3 touchdowns. Jackson Dart shines. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell, Denny?
Well, NFL and Amazon Prime, they're loving the picks that they got on these games. I mean, they turned it into some barn burners, but some upsets. But the score doesn't really represent what really happened in the game. 34-17, you see that, I was like, oh, they blew them out. It was a tight game, and Jalen Hurts throwing his first pick of the year could have kept it close. I mean, it went from they were up only 27-17.
Hmm.
Jalen Hurts in the red zone ends up scoring. It's a 3-point game, but instead it's a pick, runs down the sideline, sets up another Scatterboo touchdown. That's where you end up with a 17-point difference. But if that doesn't happen, that's a 14-point swing right there. They're still in it.
But not only was it Scatterboo, I mean, you even had Jackson Dart running in. And Denny, I can't recall the last time I seen two rookies come into the NFL with so much damn swagger.
Yeah, that's always fun to watch. But I can remember somebody very similar, and he's still out there, and that's your boy Baker Mayfield out there in Tampa right now. He had that same swagger coming out of Oklahoma, and everybody wanted to watch. He didn't find a home until, I mean, maybe this is the home is Tampa, but he had to make some stops before he got to his home. Jackson Dart is, and I mean, we saw him. We remember when he was at USC, even back in the college
Yeah,
days. But
yeah.
in Scatterboo, I mean, you can say he got swag, but he's had that for a while. You and I both watched him at Arizona State, and we knew there was something special. So it was wild on draft night when everybody passed on him a couple of rounds. But yeah, the Giants got lucky on those two together in the same draft.
Amazing stuff here, Denny. I tell you what, this was a game that everyone thought. Well, I'm just going to say, I know for a fact because I gave the guys my picks for Wednesday, even though I wasn't on the show. We all picked the Eagles, I think, straight across the board. You lose a game, and they find ways to win. It's ugly football, Anytime Drew Brees has to come out and say it's boring as hell, but who cares? And speaking of boring, how about what? Was it 4 times they did the tush push? 4?
Yeah, that was. I mean, and you saw it. They got a yard every single time, but I mean, you can't stop it.
You can't stop it, but it didn't matter for the Giants because look, this was a huge win for the Giants. And one of the funniest things I've seen, and it may not have been funny for Giants fans when they thought Jackson Dart was hurt when he went into the tent. Not only did he go into the tent, how about his head coach Brian Dable goes in and like, hey, is he good? Is he ready?
Yeah, and he might as well been in the tent too because his job was on the line, so he wanted him to come out just as soon. I mean, I feel bad more for Russell Wilson. I mean, he came in for 1-2 plays, and I got to give my man the benefit of the doubt. He either got deflected or bounced off of somebody or something, and the ball went straight to the ground, and the New York crowd went nuts.
I could not believe it. I could not believe it. I think I was listening. I was actually in a car. And I remember, I get these Devin, Jason McCourty. I can't remember which one. They're like, hey, go easy on this guy. He's won a Super Bowl, right? I mean, how soon, they just say, because Jackson Dart is just that exciting, man. Him and Scatterboo, boy, they're going to get some wins for the Giants. Now, look, I know that you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, and I just said this the other day, like, whoa, looking at the standings, even before this game, the Dallas Cowboys were only, one game out behind the Eagles now. This NFC East, Denny, is all of the sudden tight.
Well, I think I predicted a lot. 3 teams could end up making the playoffs out of the East. It's happened before. I mean, when CD went down, we thought our season was over. When Micah got traded, we thought our season was over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still got hope for my boys, but they gotta win. They gotta outscore everybody. The defense ain't gonna win any games.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It was an exciting game to watch. So it does make me nervous to see the Giants and get some life back into them. And we know Washington has life. We know the Eagles. I mean, they're defending champs. You can't count that out yet. They just need to refocus, and they'll be back. I mean, that's a tweak or two in the playbook or in their system, and I think I'd still be worried about the Eagles down the stretch.
And it's a conference game. I mean, these happen in every conference. All of these, when you get that in the NFC West with Arizona and the Rams and Steelers and the Bengals and Buffalo and the Patriots. You see these things happen, when you get to a division rival. But anyway, man, I tell you what, Denny. So let's talk about this. So Eagles lose 2 in a row. They still got a date with the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this thing is not over with. And I just heard, listening to Sirius XM radio today, someone said that they would not be surprised if the Dallas Cowboys wins that division now. And I also heard it from one of our own guys we used to work with. Ronnie B said he thinks that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the NFC East.
Yeah, I'm going to bring this is probably not like me to say, but Cowboy Nation gets all excited when they got a tie with the Packers, and then when they won against the Jets. I mean, it's the Jets. Come on. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, that's just what the doctor ordered, but it was still the Jets. Like, we need some quality wins. We need to all be healthy, and we need that defense to really step it up. I mean, that's the Achilles heel, and don't think the other teams don't know that. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight this weekend against the Panthers. I'll wait till we get to that. But I mean, every game it's going to be a dogfight because we really don't have that consistency or the stability in the defense.
Well, we can get to that Panthers game now before we get into because it's only 2 must-see games, I really think. And of course, we always want to know what's going to look. The Panthers, believe it or not, they've won 2 out of 3 games there, and all of a sudden, man, they look pretty good, not as bad as what people expected.
Yeah, I mean, Bryce Young's really coming into his own. I mean, that's what I mean. And the Cowboys can't take anybody and take anybody lightly. And
Hmm.
having and beating up on a team like the Jets, yeah, it's a boost of confidence, but it doesn't turn the season around. They're still got a lot of holes in the system in the defense, and CD's still out. I mean, Javonte Williams is great. Pickens is really exciting right now too, but I mean, NFL is a copycat league. They're all going to watch the video. They're all going to watch each other. I mean, the Panthers, they're still young and they're playing in Carolina. This all plays. It all makes this must-watch TV, as you said. So, um, it's going to be exciting. I still have hope, but I'm not screaming division title yet.
Well, look, as it relates to the game that's coming up Sunday with the Panthers defense just don't have enough to stop Dak Prescott, who is already being mentioned for possibly, MVP. You got George Pickens. You got Javonte Williams, of all people. Look, I had this guy in my fantasy league a few years ago. What the hell is going on with Javonte Williams and Jake Ferguson? So, you look at these 4 guys here, and let's go ahead and throw the kicker in there. How about that, right? So you got Mr. Arbery there. You got 5 people. The Panthers, come on, they just don't have. That's just too much to be worried about on defense. There's no comparison between Dak Prescott and Bryce Young. I mean, the Cowboys are going to annihilate them.
Last time I said that, I had to bite my tongue, so I'm not going to say anything about annihilating. But it's going to be. I mean, I watch them all, but it's gonna. I'm not. A 3-point spread, I think, is right. I think it's going to be a close game still. It might come down to Aubrey do it
I can't believe it's three
again.
points.
3 points, yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
where does the
playing
Panthers
in
have the
Carolina.
defense to defend? Their defense is okay, but other that, we're talking about high caliber offense here. 3 points is ridiculous.
Yeah, but they're in the top 3 in the offense in the league, right? But their defense is 31st
Yeah,
or 32nd in the league. So that's where you got whoever scores the most wins, or
yeah,
whoever has the
got you,
ball last wins. So,
got you.
but when a
All
kicker
right,
can kick 70 yards, that's what
yeah, that's why you got to
that's
have that
golden.
kicker. So who you like in this matchup?
Of course, the Cowboys by 3.
Oh, you got to stick
Just
with the 3. Okay, I'm gonna say Dallas by at least 10 or more. All right,
okay.
I just don't see it. Too much offense, and after what happened last night between the Giants and the Eagles, if you're a Cowboys fan, you got to be excited. I think the Cowboys were watching that game thinking Jerry is probably down in that locker room right now, giving one of his press conferences. Hey, you think he flipped off the Jets, man? What do you think? What is he gonna do to the Panthers?
I love it. Hey, you're gonna defend your team no matter what. And he flipped them off. I mean, that's what I would want to do, right? So, I mean, for him to get fined 250,000 for a middle finger.
Come on, you can be like, F you Jets, F
Yeah,
you Panthers. I mean, come on,
come
man. I don't know what the
on.
Panthers gonna get come Sunday. All right. So only 2 big games, maybe more depending on who you're a fan of, but I just think for media purposes and TV purposes, look, Detroit 4-1 at the Kansas City Chiefs 2-3. This is your Sunday night game. All right. These the 2 clubs will be meeting for the first time since Detroit's memorable 21-20 win over the defending Super Bowl champions Chief in the league's 2023 kickoff game. If you do remember, look, Detroit, man, 34.8 points per game. That's what they're averaging right now, and that's at least in each of their last past 4 games. I mean, this is incredible stuff. You got a double barrel shotgun of a running back duo and Jamar Gibbs and David Montgomery. I don't even think people even mentioned the fact that they lost their coordinators last year. That was a topic of conversation early on, and now it's not even a topic of conversation. So, Denny, this is going to be a pretty interesting game. And then you got, look, normally we wouldn't give a rat's ass about a 2-3 team, but the Chiefs just happen to be they made it to the Super Bowl and they have won a couple of Super Bowls. So this is going to be an interesting game, Dan. I think it's a must-see game on Sunday night.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you said it. You forgot about Amont St. Brown and
Oh, good
Jamison
Lord. I
Williams. I mean,
know.
there's a
I
lot of
know.
firepower. That's why they're the top offense in the league. But KC, I mean, it's must-see TV because it's like a soap opera. Not just because Taylor's up in the suites, but because it's Patrick Mahomes, it's Travis Kelce, it's Andy Reid. It's the whole show. Everybody wants to see, either is the dynasty over, is the run over, or can they pull it out? When Trevor Lawrence broke free after he fell twice last week to beat the Chiefs, I mean, that was a gut punch.
Because Chris Jones went to lunch. He went to lunch early.
Yeah, but this would have been a 4-1 versus a 3-2 game
Right.
if that happens, right? So, I mean, there's so many little game of inches, there's so many little things that this could have been a totally different matchup, but that's why it's still must watch. That's why you can't count KC out yet. They should have won that game, but Mahomes you say he's calm, cool, collected, but he's been in these positions before. He's been in the big pressure games. Playing on Sunday night, that's like,
Yeah,
yeah, of
a home
course.
game, I know. But look, I mean, here's the deal. To see them 2-4, I couldn't imagine it.
No.
I mean, but Detroit needs this game because, I mean, look, if they're going to get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, they got to beat a good AFC team. And this is a hell of a test run early. Kansas City's defense, look, I mean, if Chris Jones is going to take plays off like this, man, Detroit, you got a team that's putting up 35 points a game. I don't know. This is not Jacksonville. This is a high-powered offense, and
Yeah.
I didn't have the Chiefs winning the AFC West, but thanks to the Chargers and they back-to-back losses, I mean, I don't know. This thing is pretty much up for grabs between maybe even Denver, LA, and Kansas City. But I mean, who you like in this one?
I like the Chiefs. I like the home. I like the home team. I like the storyline that they woke up or are going to get woken up after last week's heartbreaker, and I think Mahomes is going to have a big game. But the start of the show, you weren't rooting for the Giants before the season started. You didn't think the Ravens were going to be 1-4 right now either, and to think
Mm-mm.
that their KC is going to be 2-3 going into this game, no one predicted that. But I think there's going to be a wake up call, but because Worthy's back, Rice is coming back soon. I don't think he's coming back this game, but Rashid Rice will be back. If they could pull this one out and then Rice coming back next week or the week after with Worthy and then some spark, I mean, we're talking about the Chiefs all over again and coming to the playoffs. So I'm taking the Chiefs. It's going to be a close one because it's going to be five. There's going to be a lot of firepower.
Yeah.
I still think it's going to be a 37-31 game.
The Chiefs reminds me of my fantasy football team. Damn it, if we can just get to 500, we'll be okay. You know, I mean, I have historically been one game, just that one game to get to 500. The Chiefs get to 500, Denny, then it's a whole different ball game as far
That's
as
what I mean.
because Rashee Rice comes back from suspension, and you got Worthy, and you got this Thornton guy who I think is playing for a contract on another football team, right? I don't, you see that every year, right? Man, just keep
Yeah.
throwing me the ball so I can get the hell up out of here. So, yeah, I mean, if they get to 500, but if they don't, they don't. And if the Lions get to 5-1, because the NFC is looking pretty good for them right now. So I'm gonna go with Detroit. I'm gonna go with Shotgun Dan, man. I think he's gonna keep. If he gets a lead, he's just gonna step on your neck and keep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he
Do they?
gets a chance to embarrass Kansas City in Kansas City, he's gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't think they even have a punter on their roster, right? They just go for fourth down no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, why? Why even? Yeah. Yeah, why would you? Well, you don't have a long snapper either, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, this next game here. Now this is must see TV for sure. Must see Sunday game. This is going to be the 4-1 49ers at the 4-1 Buccaneers. They will meet for the fourth straight season here. The 49ers and Buccaneers will meet in Tampa. And this is an afternoon game and a battle of four win teams coming off dramatic victories. You got Eddie Pineiro, who nailed that 41-yard field goal to get those 49ers over those Rams. And then, of course, you got Chase McLaughlin and that 39-yard field goal he kicked as time expired to win over Seattle, man. Look, this is going to be a hell of a game. This should have been like your Sunday night game, if you ask me, but or Monday night. I know we got 2 Monday night games. Damn, we can't even get one good Monday night matchup. This should have been prime time.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it goes back to when the critics talking about the Niners being 4-1. Brock Purdy was a great game manager because anybody stepped in, as we saw last week when oh man, who stepped in? Mac Jones. Yeah, Mac Jones. I like Mac Jones, right? So he steps in and leads that team, but they should have lost. The Rams had a horrible play calling towards the end of that game that cost them the win. And the Niners should be sitting at 3-2 right now, but we still would have been talking about them because this is a huge game in the NFC. Baker, the shootout against Seattle last week. I mean, that was some good football, and I'm with you. It should either have been a Sunday night or a Monday night flex, if we could flex it already. Because to see them both 4-1 with the names they got, with the exciting wins last week. I mean, I'm gonna be tuned into this one to see the fireworks.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one here. Look, and I think there's a quarterback controversy brewing because look, the GM of the 49ers, Lynch, wanted Mac Jones. I think he wanted him, when he was available in that draft. And the fact that he has him now, I don't know what that does for Purdy. But, man, I don't know, man. Mac Jones, look, it's hard to go with Purdy right now when this guy is playing, just good football here. And I'm not usually on those Alabama quarterbacks like that, but we saw Tua, Jalen Hurts. I mean, come on now. They do make some pretty decent quarterbacks, but he's taking advantage of an opportunity that I don't know Purdy is going to get back.
Yeah, well, Purdy stepped in for Jimmy G and Trey Lance and had the opportunity and never gave it back. I think it's a taste of his own medicine. I mean, no, it's nobody's fault when they get hurt, but the reason why there was criticism on this side saying don't pay the man $50 million just because he's next up, because he wasn't really a game changer. He got him to the Super Bowl, so I give him that, but he's just and then that offense is. It can't. I mean, it'll take a couple more games to really validate the point. But can you put anybody into that offense and win? And right now, the answer is yes. You can put Mac Jones in, and this will be another test. Can Mac Jones still do it? I mean, it's too early to tell, but the peanut gallery is already out there. And Baker, everybody loves Baker right now. He's that swagger like the Jackson Dart of today, and I mean, I love watching Baker. I loved him back when he was in Cleveland and took him to the playoffs. I mean, that was fun. That was fun, and it's still fun watching him now with Tampa. So I think I love a good shootout. I mean, Seattle had a great defense. Yeah, Seattle had a great defense for Tampa to score as much as they did on Seattle. That was huge. So this one's going to be fun too. There's all kinds of fantasy implications in this game too.
What are the odds in Vegas on the cannon going off in Tampa? How many times will that damn cannon fire?
Oh man, I think it's going to be at least 5 on this one too.
Look, man, Danny, before we go, man, look, I have to Tampa. I mean, look what's happening here. You lose Bucky Irvin for a little bit. Rashad White comes in, and you don't miss a beat. But how about Mike Evans kind of get banged up, and there was like breaking news today that Godwin might be hurt. But it doesn't matter because Sterling Shepard is stepping up. But how about this guy by the name of Emeka Ibuka? if you're an Ohio State wide receiver, you're gonna make some damn money in the NFL.
Oh, I mean, it's wide receiver you over there. You got a. I mean, I'm probably going to miss somebody here, right? You got Mecca, you got Marvin Harrison Jr., you got Jackson Smith-Nigba, you got Garrett
Chris
Wilson.
Olave.
Yes, he already missed some of them, right? Just
Oh,
keep
you
going.
keep going,
These
man.
these guys are all playing.
It's crazy that these guys are good, and they are saying that Emeka Ibuka is just before his time. He was here before, like maybe 50 years ago. And we didn't know who he was, but this and Baker Mayfield is having a ball. They're not missing a beat. Um, I'm going to take the Buccaneers in this game, and man, we might see a shootout. We might see 80-point damn total point game here.
Yeah, I hope you don't have the defense and fantasy on either one of these teams. Because
No.
go pick somebody else up this week right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, hey, look. I told people early in the year, hey, get the Cowboys in the over every damn week. I mean,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
yeah, when the team has no defense and they got all offense, that's what you do. All right, Danny, man, I appreciate you, man. We're this must see. If you're not watching these games on Sunday, I don't know what the hell you're doing. I mean, I know we mentioned there's a lot of stuff going on and baseball playoffs. Look, real quick, man. How about I know you're a San Francisco Giants fan, but how about them damn Dodgers?
Man,
I know you hated to see that yesterday, but
I did. I think it
it
was
had to
scripted,
happen to
Gene.
somebody.
Yeah, I think it's scripted. I think you have to go to the next round, and then, I just, but that was little. That was. I feel so bad. I can't remember the pitcher's name, but I feel so bad for because you can't. That's the end of your season. That's what you got to remember going into the off season that you missed the
Man,
play. I mean, it did.
right?
You did lose the game, but
I mean,
you
nerves,
also,
nerves.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
bases loaded. You know, you got to get this damn win, and I mean, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, it's just nerves, man. I remember asking Mike Evans when they played in the Super Bowl um, against the Chiefs. He says, "Who, me? Nerves? Mean Gene? Nerves? Nerves? No, there's no nerves here." I never forget because he just looked at me like, "Are you kidding me, man? I am a all-star. I am a Pro Bowl wide receiver. You asking me to have some damn nerves?" And no, he didn't. They won the damn Super Bowl, so I guess.
Yeah, but he didn't throw the ball away
Yeah, that's
to
true.
save
That's
the
true. Well,
save the
especially when
game.
he had Tom Brady as his quarterback. So I
Yeah,
get it,
I
but
mean,
yeah, I felt bad for that for the Phillies because they beat the brakes off the Dodgers in the and one of those elimination games, and they just couldn't fight them off.
I just hate to see teams lose on an error or a mistake. If it was a walk off homer or a base hit, then fine, right? But when it's an error and it's pinned on one person, not intentionally, it shouldn't be just him. It shouldn't have even been in that position. You could
That's
say,
why
and
they have a stat called error because they know
yeah,
damn sure somebody's gonna make one. Right.
yeah,
All
yep.
right, folks. Denny, hey
Well,
man, you enjoy the rest of the week, man. And I know you're gonna be at Sunday watching Dallas and Carolina. I'm gonna tell Dustin, hey, make sure you text Denny. You guys need
oh
to kind of
yeah.
you guys need to have a look because he's high on the Carolina Panthers for sure.
Oh well, I just had a 3-point win, but if they win bigger than that, I'm definitely going to give them some trash.
All right, Denny. Hey
That's
man,
on you, Dustin.
yeah, he's watching. I'm sure. All right, Denny. We'll see you, man, next week, and enjoy your week 6 of the NFL, folks. We are out of here. You enjoy your week 6 of the NFL. Sports Kings out.